Hello guys, how are we doing? Welcome back to the channel. First off, before I get into the video, although it is a banger, I dropped 57 kills. I know it's bow cage, but it is what it is. 57 kills I feel like isn't too bad. But anyway, before I get into that all, and what the video is going to be, I just wanted to sincerely apologise for the lack of uploads recently. It's been nearly a week since my last one. And I don't usually like to make excuses, but I've got a new job, started a new job early last week, and I've just been bloody shattered, to be honest with you. It's not been the easiest thing to motivate myself to, pick up new things, in job-wise, as well as try and, get videos out. Even though I do enjoy it, it's been a shame, because I do enjoy making these videos for you guys. But yeah, enough of me rambling on anyway. This gameplay is incredible. It's, I say that. The gameplay itself is maybe not my gameplay, but the game itself is incredible. The score at the end is actually the closest possible score you can get in hardpoint, so 250 to 249. I'm not going to say whether we lose or win that, but this is my game that could potentially get me into Master. So if I win it, I get into Master. If I lose it, I go further down in Elite. So I think my ELO at the beginning, or my SR, before I played this game, was about 2470, something like that. So I literally needed 30 more SR to get into Master. So I lose this, I drop down a little bit further into Elite. Whereas, I'm repeating myself here, but as I said, if I win, it gets me to Master. So make sure you guys stay to the end to make sure who manages to get the dub. As I say, I think both teams played superbly for it to go to 250 to 249 on this map. It's quite a feat. You don't see it often at all, simply due to the fact that it often goes down to time because people like to kill, or there's a lot of times on this map where the hill just isn't occupied, so you get people playing off the hill quite a lot. But this is one of them tight, nail-biting games, so make sure you guys stay tuned to the end of the video to make sure, well, to see who wins. And as I said, if I get the win, it gets me to Master, so I did really need this. I was sweating my balls off, which is how I managed to get 57 elims and 30-something deaths. So that's what, 80-odd engagements, which I feel like is quite a lot for one map. I know it is bow cage, but it's a fair amount, I think. The team I'm running with are complete randoms, I think. Yeah, so I'm actually completely solo queuing here. Funnily enough, Pluto, one of the lads on the other team, is some guy I usually play 8s with. He was a master in Cold War, so the competition is fierce, even though it is in the Elite. But this gameplay dates back to, I don't know, well, the first week or two of ranked play coming out. So that's why I'm in the Elite. If you guys, any of you guys who are friends with me on Activision, by the way, if you want adding on Activision, I'm more than happy to accept you. Just leave your Activision account ID down below. If you want to party up, join sesh, do whatever you want. But yeah, or if you want to keep track of my level, feel free to add me down below. For those of you who have got me already, I'm going on a diversion here. You will see where I'm currently at, and you'll see where I have got at. So this Road to Challenger series is a little bit behind because obviously I don't want to miss out any interesting games like this one, and I sort of do want to give you the games, where I progress from, for example, Master to Challenger or Advanced to Elite, that sort of thing. So yeah, look at the beams. So the gun I'm using is going to be the MP40, as you can obviously tell. It's my standard go-to MP40 class. I did do a video a few weeks ago now. So that's a few weeks ago, maybe 11 days ago I think it was, of my best class setups, and this was one of them. So if you guys want to know which class setup this is, feel free to go and check that out. Yeah, and the rest of this video is just going to be me talking through my thought processes, and really what I think about this map, and how it plays in Vanguard. But before I wanted to get into that, did any of you guys watch the Major? It was an absolute laugh. I know I'm not a keen like crazy big supporter of Optic. Obviously, I've been playing Call of Duty for 15 years now, so Optic or FaZe have been tend to be the go-to, the go-to teams to support. And obviously, back in the day, sniping was a huge thing for Optic, and especially on COD 4, Optic was the squad to follow. Everyone had Optic in their clan tags, even though they had nothing to do with a group or clan or whatever. But yeah, so naturally I do have fond memories of Optic, but I tend to be, I'm actually sort of rooting for 100 Thieves. I think they're looking nasty. I like Envoy. You guys probably know already. And Octane's a good lad. So I was rooting for them. Unfortunately, they got knocked out at 3-2 versus FaZe earlier on. I was actually going to make a video about the Major earlier, but I thought, I'll give you lads a chance, or for those of you who managed, because I know for me, I think the major actually finished like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. So I wanted to give you guys certain time to catch up. I don't want to come on and ruin everything. But yeah, what did you guys think? Were you happy with the result? Obviously, Optic ended up beating FaZe in the majors of best of 9. Yeah, I was super hyped for them. The look on their faces when they won. Shots got absolutely bodied by their own teammates. He got absolutely smouldered by them in the celebrations. Yeah, really chuffed. And they did it in the best way. Realistically, you got a team like Shotzi, Scump, Illy, and Dashi. You're not gonna do well. Like, there's no, unless you choke so hard, there's no way you're gonna be, underperforming with that squad. Dashi, obviously there wasn't an official MVP, but Dashi got the crowd MVP, and I couldn't agree more. The guy was playing like an absolute crackhead. He performed better than anyone else in the team, anyone else in the tournament. Solid player. It's nice to see him a bit more regimented compared to what it was like last year, where he was a bit more laid back, turning up late for practice, that sort of thing. So, moving on to some tips and tricks of Bocage. This is one of the dirtiest spots there are in the game. It's G8 in the professional league because it is so broken, but you can actually capture this objective through the wall towards Taxi. So yeah, if you guys are really desperate for that dub, which I was, because I really wanted to get into Master, pick Freddy, but give it a go. Holding P1, you can see what I did there. If you know your teammates are spawning mud or river, whatever it's called, or this side of the map, you sort of want to either be looking at bottom house or kitchen, because that's the sort of direction they'll be coming through, especially with the P2 rotation coming up shortly. That's what was going on in my head, so I thought, you know what, I'll just lay down, look into kitchen, and that's how I managed to secure that kill. Annoyingly, when you kill a teammate, it comes up in yellow writing saying that you've killed a teammate, which in that scenario, I thought I'd killed the enemy, but I just, shot my teammate dead in the back of the neck. P2, you ideally need 1 AR on the squad, because you can get a lot of kills from afar with this, whereas the other subs sort of need to play around the hill, jumping on time when needs be. Ideally, you want a sub. I just got awful timing there. Ideally, you want a sub bottom barn to control that sort of area, because it's really useful to, just hop out when needs be. But yeah. It's getting to 10 seconds left on the time, and I'm rotating. Unfortunately, I didn't lose that gunfight. I just didn't win that gunfight. And his teammate picked me up, and we're spawning out already. So that's not a good start. But solo queue is tricky because you've really got to be aware, especially on a map like this. It's so chaotic. You've got to be looking at the minimap like half the time, which is partly the reason why I choke so many kills, because my attention's divided between actually people on the screen, enemies I should be shooting at, and the minimap, because you just got to constantly be looking there. I hate challenging people on that heady. Absolutely hate it. So, 20 seconds left on the hill. I know they're still spawning that way. And you can actually, on this hard point, you can get them in an absolutely mean spawn trap. So if you see the tank at the end of the road, essentially towards their spawn, you can sit on that and just watch them feed out. This tank right here, when they're spawning that way, if you're there, they will keep spawning that way, so you can trap them in nice and well, especially if you've got the AR on your team. Moving on to P4. Yeah, P4, which is bottom barn. Again, we haven't got spawns for this hill, and as you can tell by the score, it's just really to and fro, and it's super intense. I'm thinking, you know what, let's pop Deli, let's go on a bit of a flank. My teammates are applying a lot of pressure from the front. So my thought process was, let's get a couple people from behind, which is exactly what happened. Try and break the defences that way. Fortunately, managed to catch him cooking a nade. And there we are, that's 4 down. Lovely and smooth. So, we're trying to keep these spawns because we were aware that P5 is in the back river. So as soon as we got 4 down, our teammate, as you can see, pushed back barn, hoping to, spawn them the other side, which is the perfect play. Unfortunately, we die, and we don't manage to, succeed in the rotation. I think a lot of this game, the worst thing we did in this campaign in particular was just not rotating. So you will probably notice that most of the hills we play on this one, we're there second. We're fighting to break it. Fortunately, the team I had, we were quite good at breaking it, getting those initial kills and then getting the trades. But it just meant it was hard work. It's one of the reasons why I died so frequently is just because when you're trying to break, you've almost got to surrender your own life, especially as a sub, just to get on the hard point. Really, this hard point in particular is a bit of a nightmare. If you're communicating with your team nades are perfect. Just throw them in, as long as they haven't got. I tried to throw that one away. Nothing you can do other than that. As long as they haven't got flat jacket or fortified, whatever it's bloody called, you should do a good job at killing them with 2 nades. Other than that, you sort of just want to fly out and kill them. That's really essentially what you. There's only several places that can be on that hill. See that grenade? I don't get the grenade indicator sometimes. When they're fully red, it means they can kill you, and that one on my screen definitely wasn't. So I'm not quite sure what happened there. But yeah, utilising your nades are huge on this map because you can actually get a 2. You can get a 1 if the grenade lands at their feet. You can get a 1-hit kill with the grenade. So yeah, it's definitely worth doing, unless they have fortified, obviously. So it's P1. We're spawning out. So in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, right, P2 is back right. P2 is in that tank field area, and we really want those spawns. So my teammates slowly pushing around. I'm still spawning back here. So I've got that in the back of my head. Because they're 40 seconds off getting the win here, and I'm just playing super cruddy. Now this is one of the spots I was mentioned earlier, and when you are in this spot, obviously it's fairly well known, especially on the higher skill level. People tend to know about it quite a lot. But for those of you who are in your advanced or elites, or not elites, sorry, experts, people probably aren't going to pick that up quite as often. So it's worth doing. It's worth doing. But if you are laying down in that area, just pre-aim hut, pre-aim house, pre-aim the gate, do whatever you need to do. If ever you're on time and you don't know where enemies are, just pre-aim something. I know that's very obvious for some of you watching my videos. Just pre-aim something. There's no cost to doing so, and chances are, if someone comes that way, you're going to kill them because you're already going to be aimed in. Yeah. So unfortunately, we didn't manage to swap the spawns for P2 right here. So this is how essentially you want to attack it. You want to use this tank as a bit of cover. Hopefully have someone in barn so that doesn't happen. I don't die from Zig. Yeah, and just try and really apply pressure. Worst case scenario, just contest. There's so many people who I play with just that don't understand that they don't need to win the time. Obviously, you want control of the area before you cost your life on it. But if they're this close to winning, you want to do all you possibly can to just get them off the hill. I got absolutely joked right there. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know whether I missed my shots or whether he just beamed me. But I was pre-aiming him, and I choked the kill. I absolutely choked the kill. So I think we have spawns. So I'm sort of playing front of house, circling people, just looking at red dots and chasing them essentially. Let's not talk about those chokes. I could have made a better decision there, but hey, this is partly the purpose why I do these videos, so I can see why I'm what mistakes I make and how I improve. So as well as it helping you guys out to help improve your game, it does me a huge favour because it just enables me to really understand what I could be doing better. That guy gets shit on. I don't know whether he was shooting me at first or not, but there was no way he should getting body shot. Love to see it. So there's 8 seconds left for us on the hard point and 10 seconds left for those. I wouldn't usually apply pressure to these guys. So that's 2 down. Contestant hill. You just need to get this dub. So right now, it's a bit of a stalemate. Everyone's just sort of contesting, and I'm thinking, oh crap, there's 5 seconds left. There's 4 down. What's going to happen? I think I almost gave up here, and then I realised we were contesting it. So I was like, fuck, shit, let's just get on it. Thankfully, that doesn't kill me. And I'm thinking, right, they're spawning out. I need to just push, stop them from spawning in, and there's the game. 57 kills, 1:49 on time, and we win 250 to 249, and that's how I get in Masters. No better way, in my opinion. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as I said, I'm hoping to make my content more consistent going forward, and I've got something funny to tell you about my rank in an upcoming video. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and take care. Ciao.